First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor unto Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Rakah Kodash, that belongs to the elders and apostles, a great millstone for doing well and teaching us his truth, and peace and salutations to all you Akim on the highways and byways doing his work sincerely and faithfully. I'm the brother Amwan, coming back with another show. As you can see, this is an article from the news outlet The Sun, and it says, exclusive world news. DEFCON 1, I saw a giant UFO disable 10 live nukes at top secret base, and Pentagon is covering it up, says U.S. Air Force captain. And the brother sent this link in the group chat, which I was supposed to do a show on it previously, but I didn't get to it. But Spirit remind me, and I'm here to touch up on it. This was issued October 16, 2021. It was updated on the 19th. But it says, when a giant UFO shut down nuclear weapon under U.S. Air Force Captain Robert Salah's control, he believed they were delivering a message to humanity. That's what the man perceived. This Captain Robert Salas. I guess he was the one in charge over that area, over that base, and pretty much it dawned on him that there was a message that was being sent from them chariots, from them angels, what they would deem as UFO, which Esau, Edom, they know what they are. They know that it's the chariot of Yahweh Shemel Shai. These things are spoken in the scriptures. There's numerous accounts of angels appearing to men, and angels fighting for the children of Israel and doing the Lord's bidding, bringing message, taking reports. You know what I'm saying? Because those are they are the minister of the Lord. And like I said, they always been here from the beginning, and they are here now. There's nothing new under the sun. But the only thing is that the world don't know what they are. To them it's a mystery. That's why they call it a UFO, unidentified flying object. But to the men in the Lord, you can clearly say they're the IFO. We know how to identify these flying objects. And we know that those are the chariot of the Most High. Those are the angels. But Esau got to cover it up in order to maintain control and power, and dominion over the people, and as well to not let people know that there is a power or a God in the universe. You know what I'm saying? Because you understand that he has everyone under this mind spell, under this brainwash, to believe that he is God. But as soon as someone can get a whiff of knowing that there's something greater, something more powerful and all-knowing, people will pretty much be disconnected from this matrix, and will stop wondering and stop worshiping these devils. But as you can see, the Lord is doing these marvelous works where now these devils can't contain or control the narrative to the point where they gotta allow these things to come out forth, man, shed some light, or at least trying to say that these are foreign threats, and we gotta defend, we gotta protect, and so forth and so forth. But this is why they building up this space military force, because they know what they're up against. They know the prophecies, but to the masses, they are in the dark. They don't know, but we know. That's why we can come and do shows like these and to prove it and show you that this is all scriptural. It says, but despise reporting what he saw, and his commander were immediately forced to sign a vow never to talk about what happened that day in one of history's most astonishing UFOs encounters. You see? So that they made a contract and a covenant for this man not to expose or bring out any information on what he had seen during that time. But here it is. Fast forward to present day. This article is this testimony is on what? Is on a news article, the Suns, and it says Robert Salas claimed to have witnessed 10 nuclear missiles be taken offline by a UFO. So that's showing you that he witnessed it firsthand, and he was that captain. And this is the guy who pretty much either told to make a vow, a contract, or was paid off to keep on the hush hush. But here it is. He's about to tell you what happened. It says 10 missiles at Malmstrom Air Force Base in Montana were disabled while in their launch silos. So he was telling them that this flying object was able to disable the missiles in their silos, showing that the Lord has power over everything, man. That he can do things like this, and so much so that when he starts to launch these missiles that the other nation have upon Babylon, upon aka America, that he's going to control these missiles, and they're going to hit the designated target. And even those missiles that are in the silo, that he's going to automatically launch them, without them being designated by any commander or anyone, that's in control. That goes to prove that the Lord's going to bathe his sword in heaven. He's going to have this instrument of death, the waster to destroy, and it says Captain Salas said that the bizarre incident unfolded on March 24, 1967, at Malmstrom Air Force Base in Montana, U.S. It says while he was on duty, commander of a secret underground launch control of Felicity. It says, speaking to the Sun online, I was in charge of 10 nuclear missiles at the time when a UFO came over and hovered over a Felicity. And it says, and while it was hovering there, it was seen by all guards. So you see, everyone that was on duty that day pretty much saw this chariot. It says, and I was underground 60 feet and locked into a concrete capsule. It was reported to me directly by those guards. And while the object was there, we lost all 10 missiles due to the guidance and control failure. You see? So just showing you the magnitude and the power of what these chariots can do, what these angels can do. And these people are done witness it. He heard it. He heard it and experienced the malfunction of the missiles, from being activated and losing control and guidance of it, while the people on top was actually witnessing this chariot. But it says, but Captain Salah said that simultaneously shutdown was an impossible occurrence because the 10 nuclear Minuteman missiles were all running on an independent systems. It says the attack implied a level of sophistication which no man at the time possessed. He claims. You see. It says the missiles went into the no-go condition, which means he couldn't have launched them even if he wanted to. And it says, and this apparently display of power by the UFOs came at the height of the Cold War, when the U.S. and Russia sat poised on the edge of Armageddon. Especially during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Which it was in time for the Third World War to take place, because other prophecy had to be fulfilled, and the nation of Israel had had to arise, had to be waking up back to their true heritage. But it was just showing you at the point, even if they wanted to start a war right there and then, they couldn't. And showing you a demonstration of just what one UFO can do. You know, shut down 10 nuclear missiles. If it weren't going to shut every nuclear missile on the planet Earth. But it was just showing you that it's able to disable it. And it says, Captain Salas remembered the incident as if it happened yesterday, and he is certain that UFOs are aliens. You see, that's what they believe, but they're not. You know, they're not aliens. They are the angels of the Lord. And I'm going to prove it real quick. So, Psalm 68 and verse 17, it says this: the chariots of the Lord are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai and the holy place. So it's showing you, man, that the Lord's chariots are 20,000, even thousands of angels. So it's showing you those chariots are what? Who are in them? Are not aliens. They're the angels. And the Lord said he's amongst them. Amongst who? Amongst the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? As in Sinai, in the holy place. So just like when the Lord delivers out of Egypt, that he sent a pillar, a cloud, which that was referring to the chariot where they would look in the daytime, and a pillar of fire during night to navigate us through the wilderness. You know? And as well, when the angel was there to pretty much stop the Egyptians from attacking us, by what? By destroying their chariots, the wheels off their chariots, by setting a great darkness, you know, being stationed between us and the Egyptian until we pretty much crossed the Red Sea. So it's no different from today. Is that the world's in gross darkness by these lies, you know what I'm saying? By not understanding who the Lord is, you know what I'm saying? By being blinded and indoctrinated with all philosophies and democracies, and people don't have a clue that the chariots are of the Most High, man, and that chariots always was here, you know, even going back to the ancient days. And these men, those people, they saw it. And they didn't want this man to come out and give his testimony of what he had witnessed. But now there's numerous account and people throughout the whole world, and people catching it on their phones and taking pictures of these sightings that there's no covering it up no more. But he goes on to say he is due to hold a key press conference next Tuesday at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. to present UFO evidence to the world alongside other former servicemen. You know, it says it comes as the debate around UFOs has become a topic of serious political discussion in the U.S. after the release of a Pentagon report on the subject over the summer. You see. Yeah, and they even had an incident too that happened in Washington, D.C. I believe they call it the Washington Flap, which was in 1952 when they seen a fleet of chariots just passing by over the White House, man. You know, so it's showing you, man. You know, they've been new. You know, they've been new about this, but they was trying to cover it up. And this is why they put these movies with Martians, ETs, and all this and that and third. So people would never discover the truth, you know, the truth of the matter, you know. And it says, Captain Salas told his son online that this object, whatever it was, would have had to send a signal to each missile separately and disable the guidance system. The base allegedly took a day to bring the weapons back online, and they could not find any physical damage or explanation for the sudden problems with the missiles. You see, nothing could be retraceable. You know what I'm saying? And 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 we know that this didn't have to happen separately. You know, this is the power that we're talking about. The power of Yahweh Shemal Shai. He's able to do anything. Like you said, everything is possible with the Lord, but with man, it's impossible. And they show you, there even was on one time a film on a radar that a missile was shot, and they saw a chariot go and disable it in midair. You know, up in the atmosphere, pretty much. You know, actually disabling the missile. And you're telling me that when the Lord start coming back and visit this place He made, and to do two things, to come save the elect, and to wreak havoc and destroy and put people in subjection under Him, do you actually believe that these people are gonna have a chance to even win the battle, to even land a blow, or no, to even attack and hit their target? Hell no. Just based off the things that it's doing, just disabling missiles in the silo, you know. So if they could dismiss missiles, then couldn't they disable these carriers, these fighter jets in midair? You know, here it is. We done seen some type, I believe, in the military in the Middle East, when they had a group of people just sitting there shooting at the chariot, and the chariot is just swerving and soaring back and forth, you know, appearing, disappearing, you know what I'm saying? And not one shot was able to hit the chariot, man, the UFO. Not one shot. So these people don't have a fighting chance. This is a losing battle that Esau, Edom, these nations is going to go up against the Lord. This is why the Lord he's already been claimed and gave him the title, the Lord of Lords and Kings of Kings. This is already done in the spirit. You know, the Lord's is going to overthrow these kings on earth, man. You know what I'm saying? He's going to destroy a lot of people. He's going to plead with many flesh. You know, the slaughter of the Lord is going to be great. But here it is on the small level, minute level, showing you the power of what the chariot can do, how it can defy gravity, how it can do things that's unexplainable. You know, how much more when that day comes, the day of the Lord comes. It says, I'm gonna read a couple more. Then I'm gonna go ahead some scriptures. Salas added that 8 days earlier, on March 16, 1967, something similar happened at another missile launch control faculty. It says, and he believed extraterrestrial life was behind the event, and numerous others in the following years. But why would aliens disable the missiles? There is a worldwide, let's say, cabal that is exchanging information in secret. Captain Salah said, I can only speculate as to why it happened. This was a demonstration by an object of an extraterrestrial origins, and I don't say that lightly. I bet you don't. So imagine when you start seeing them in person, you know. That's why the Lord said what He said, man. And I'm gonna just hit some precepts as I read, because this article is a little long, but you get the point. But when you read the Luke 21 and 21, and I'll start 25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress nation with perplexity, and the sea and the waves roaring. Verse 26 is the point. Men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. What things are coming upon the earth, and why men's hearts failing them? Because for fear. What's making men so fearful? and trembling and shaking in their boots, dying on the spot, shitting and pissing their pants. What? For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. What's this that's going to be shaken? The heavens. It says, and then shall they see the Son of Man come in a cloud with power and great glory. And the Son of Man is who? That's Yahushua. He said he's coming in cloud with power and great glory. Like he has said in Isaiah 47. He said that he's not going to come to meet thee as a man, but rather he's going to come in his power and his glory. And he's coming in a cloud, and the cloud is what the world will call a UFO. Like I said, when we was coming out of the wilderness, it said that there was a pillar of cloud that would lead us through the day and a pillar of fire that led us through night. But that cloud, also known as a whirlwind, also known as a roll, also known as a mountain, you know, what I'm saying? So much names for the chariots, you know. All this saying that they saw the Lord coming upon this spaceship, this saucer, the flying saucer, right? And it said men's heart failed them, man. For men was extremely afraid. You know what I'm saying? Because this is something that they would have never imagined would ever happen. Especially when they see this, the strangeness of the salvation of the elect of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, and wherever else we're mixed, you know, amongst the nation, that they're going to be delivered, man. And when the Lord comes back, after he delivers the elect, the rest of the world going to be feeling the wrath of the Lamb. You know, they're going to feel the wrath of the Son of Man, which is Yahushua. It says, when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift your heads, for your redemption draw nigh. So to us, this is salvation. This is deliverance. But to the world, this is a curse unto them. This is their punishment. This is their death and destruction, you know. But he witnessed those things, man. So how much more when they really going to see it in person, you know? You know, it says men's heart, you know, failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. And those are the chariots of the Lord. And the Lord, Yahushua, said when he comes back, that he's bringing the whole host of heavens to come with him. That not one angel is going to be left behind. You see? And it says, I think that it was simply a message to all of us on planet Earth that we need to rid ourselves of nuclear weapons, which that's not going to happen because the Lord said he created the smith that blew the coal, that blew the coals, right? So he created the scientists to bring this weapon, forth, man, for the Lord's work, you know. The Lord has created the wasters so he can the wasters so he can destroy it, man. So he can destroy Babylon, America. So that wasn't the message. The message that they hear, that the eyes of the Lord upon the sinful kingdom. And to prove that, right? It's got said, might as well grab it in Amos 9:8. It says this. Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. You know, at one point it was talking about the nation of Israel, but at this time, the scripture very fits the nation of Esau, Edom, America, which this is the policy of Satan. You know, and the Lord says the eyes of the Lord upon the sinful kingdom. And how is the eyes of the Lord upon the sinful kingdom? You know, the eyes of the Lord is upon the sinful kingdom by the angels. You know, the angels go back and take the report back to the Heavenly Father, you know, on what's taking place on earth, you know, as if the Father don't know, but which he knows. And he went on to say, saving that I would not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord. Because the Lord said he's going to save the elect in that part of that 1/3 from the fire. But 2/3 are going to be cut off and die, you know. So this is that sinful kingdom, you know. This is the place and the queendom of the whore. Slakia. Going back, it says, for he believed aliens are not dangerous to humans, During the encounters over nuclear bases, he said that there was no attack with any kind of weapon, despite the obvious technology that the extraterrestrial beings would surely have, and they don't know what power that the angels possess. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about celestial beings, man. You know, this is the power that the elect are going to obtain when they get delivered and get being dumped. In the twinkle in the eye, they bodies shall be transformed. You know, and then you're gonna see, you know, exactly what power that the Lord and the angels and the elect possess. You know, meanwhile, Captain Salas believed that the world's government have been determined to cover up alien encounters. Right? They have. They've been doing it for a while, but now there's no hiding no more. It says recalling reportings the shutdown of a nuclear missiles to his superiors, and he said, I walked into the squadron commander's office, and the first thing I asked him was whether or not it was some kind of Air Force exercise. And he assured me it was not, and he had no idea what or why it occurred. So Neutrid, it says in 1967, it says Air Force Captain Robert Salas was in Maelstrom Air Force Base in Montana when 10 ICMs he was overseeing suddenly became inoperative, and amid reports of a mysterious red glowing object in the sky. You're talking about that ball of fire, right? It shows you the base from an overview look. You know, looking from overview. It says, then immediately thereafter, my commander and I were ordered to sign these documents stating we would never ever speak of what occurred. You see, they told him to be quiet. You know, don't bring this to the light or to the public or let anyone, your friends or family, know about this, because people gonna be concerned, or people gonna try to be doing some research or digging, or whatever the case may be. You know, it says, for there was an immediately an ongoing cover up of these incidents, but now they're all in the light. Now every news outlet, platform, social media is either spoken of these things or shown some incident that occurred, just like what this man is saying, you know, on their own time, or however the Lord presented. This truth is coming out, man. You can't hide it no more. It says, a big reason he theorized for the whitewashing of the encounters may be because of the value of the aliens' technology that has fallen into the hands of the government across the world and is traded as bargaining chips. He said there is a worldwide, let's say, it says there is a worldwide, let's say, cabal that is exchanging information in secret. The intelligence community may be involved in a world cover up. Of course they are. Cover up as in they don't have this technology, but covering up about this information or this knowledge being spread abroad. And then it goes on to say, there are verily deeply held secrets. The Roswell case in 1947, which offers plain evidence of two crashes in New Mexico. Yeah, right. It's full of shit. When you serious? Chariots are crashing. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? We know that Germans had some, had the best and great technology to assort, to have some type of arsenal and different different how you say it, different tanks, different riders, different jets and so forth, but there's nowhere near compared to a chariot. You know what I'm saying? A chariot is far beyond what anything that Esau can put together. You know what I'm saying? Because 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 Esau's technology, his advanced arsenals and weapons, never do the things what an angel can do. You know, manipulating the elements, or what the chariot can do. You know, appear and disappear. You know, minimize and maximize. You know what I'm saying? Stop at the drop of a dime, go up and down. You know what I'm saying? This defies gravity. You know, and all sorts of things that what a man can understand. But it goes on to say this. In 1947, our government knew that they were dealing with extraterrestrial terrestrial entities. It says the U.S. detonated the world's first nuclear bomb, codenamed Trinity, on July 16, 1945, and the first wave of a boom of UFO sightings followed in the late 40s and the 50s. I'm gonna read a couple more verses. I'm gonna close it out. The first, Roswell, one of the sites of the most infamous alleged UFO encounter, was the home of the U.S. Air Force 5 um uh yeah 509th Bombardment Group, which dropped the world's first nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki that ended World War II. And it says, in one of the Britain's most infamous encounters, the incident at the Redlesham Forest also occurred close to a RAF Woodbridge and RAF Bentwaters, where it is claimed that some nuclear weapons were secretly stored. So there's been multiple places in encounters of these chariots, man. And like it says, like other service personnel is now, hopefully the military is edging towards disclosure. See, like other service personnel, he is now hopefully hopeful that the military is edging towards disclosure. And it says a crucial development towards this came in June, when the Pentagon released its UAP task force reports, which revealed 144 unexplained UFO encounters. You see that? And it's crazy. You see the 144, man. You know that number right there represents the elect. We're talking about 144,000. You know. But it's saying that it says that I'm reading it again. A crucial development towards this came in June, when the Pentagon released its UAP task force report, which revealed 144 unexplained UFO encounters. You see, the identifying aerial phenomenon, right? It says they came to the report. It's telling you, man. It's showing that there's still more. It's more than 144 unexplained UFOs encounter, man. There's even websites about areas where you can click, show you like hot zones where most chariots has been spotted and seen throughout the world. But it says which reveal 144, and that's spiritual, man. Because at the end of the day, when the chariots come back, they're going to save the 144,000 elect men, 12,000 out of the 12 tribes, and that 1/3 of the body, and the rest of the world, they're going to be destroyed, man. America's going to be on fire. People are going to be receiving all different type of plagues and calamities. And ultimately, Yahushua is going to come back and take the crowns and take back his throne, which is rightfully his, I'm bringing a precept and I'll close it out. It's Revelations 1:7. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. You see, he cometh with clouds. Who is he that is referring to? It's talking about Yahweh Shai, whom the world will ignorantly call Jesus Christ. He's the one that's going to come in the chariots with the angels. And it said that every eye shall see him. They also which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail. They shall be crying. They're gonna be in agony and pain and sorrowful and ashamed, because when the Lord comes, they're gonna be caught out. They're gonna be caught out there like a thief in the night when he breaks forth, man. Because they're not gonna be anticipating this. They're not gonna be ready, so they're gonna get caught out there, man. We have received the knowledge. This is why we look forward. That's why we always are looking up in the sky. Like Scripture say, when this day surely comes, man, we're gonna look up and hope to be redeemed, man. Lift our heads up, because our redemption draw nigh. This is what we're hoping. This is the salvation of the nation of Israel for the elect. But for the rest of the world, man, this is what's gonna happen. Isaiah 66 and 15. It says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebukes with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many." You see, 2/3 are people, Esau, Edom, them that's on this side. These other nations, the other heathenistic nations, they go into subjection. This is all we're doing, waiting for the Lord to come. There's going to be more encounters. There's going to be more reports. There's going to be more videos and pictures of people seeing chariots, because we're in that time where the Lord says he's going to start doing these marvelous works, man, where he's going to show signs in the heavens. And that's one of the signs, man, the chariots of Israel, But all I had, I just wanted to hit a little bit on the scripture, on the article. It's kind of long-winded, but forgive me. But I hope it's edifying. With that, I say shalom.